Sairam one and all. So in the previous session we were discussing why Swami considered the challenge of his father a frightful proposition. Why? Because he used to sleep beside his granny in the passage. Correct? When he was forced to sleep, when he was challenged to sleep, he decided to change the subject to cricket. What did he say to escape from his father? To change the subject, he said that they are going to admit even elders in their cricket club thereafter, and his captain had asked him to tell his father. So one of the ways, correct? Then in the next paragraph we had seen one more incident, that is attempt of Swami to escape from his father. That is, he said that from the first of next month he would sleep in his father's office room. These are the two attempts did Swami make to escape from his father. Desperate attempt. He was not successful in convincing his father. ಅವನು ಯಶಸ್ವಿ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. Then I don't mean you. Who said this? Father said this. Who was it said to? It was said to Swami's mother. When did he say so? When mother angrily said that she hardly knew anything about the boy. Then he said so. Correct? Then come to the next part. 6th paragraph. Swami's father sat gloomily gazing at the newspaper on his lap. Swami rose silently and tiptoed to his bed in the passage. Granny was sitting up in her bed and remarked, "Boy, are you already feeling sleepy? Don't you want to hear a story?" Swami made wild gesticulations to silence his granny, but that good lady saw nothing. So Swami threw himself on his bed and pulled the blanket over his face. Now, where are they? Swami and his father? They were in his father's office room. What was Swami's father doing? Tande ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಈಗ? Swami's father sat gloomily. What is gloomily? Sat gloomily. Gloom, noun. Gloomy, adjective. Sadness. Gloom means sadness. Gloomy, its adjective, means gloomy atmosphere. Now it is gloomy atmosphere. Why? Because it is raining heavily. Correct? Gloomy, dark. Gloomy, dim. Gloomy, sad. Here this one is gloomily, cheerlessly. Gloomily, adverb. Gloomily, adverb. It's an adverb. Gloomily means sadly. cheerfully, opposite. Gloomily. So frame a question. Father sat gloomily. Frame a question to get the underlined word as answer. Now what is answer? Gloomily. It answers the question word how, the manner of sitting. So how? I think you can do. Then comes how did father sit? You write in your notebook, okay? Do it. It's homework. Father sat gloomily. How? Gazing at. Gaze means look steadily at. Gaze. Look steadily at. Gazing at. Looking steadily at. Staring at. Have a steady intent look. A steady intent look. Gaze if it is a noun. A steady intent look. ದಿಟ್ಟಿಸಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು? ದ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್. ಗೇಸ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಆನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್. ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್, ಮೆಟ ಹರ್ಡ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್. ತೊಡೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡು ಪೇಪರನ್ನು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಳುಗಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ದೆನ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಾಸ್ ವೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎನ್ ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ. ಹಿ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಲೂಸ್ ಎನ್ ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ, ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಎನ್ ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ. ತಂದೆ ಮುಳುಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ, ಪೇಪರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ರೋಸ್. ಹೌ? ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ಲಿ. ಹೌ ಡಿಡ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ರೈಸ್? ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ರೋಸ್ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ಲಿ. ರೈಸ್, ರೋಸ್, ರೈಸನ್. Present tense, past tense, past participle. Rise, rose, risen. Rose silently. Rise means what? Get up. Rise means get up. One more rise is there. Raise. Raised. Raised. This one is different from sun rises in the east. This one. Raise your hand. This one. Raise means R-A-I-S-E. Raise means lift or elevate. ಎತ್ತರಿಸು, ಎತ್ತು, ಕೈ ಎತ್ತು, ಇದು raise. Raise, raised, raised. There is a raised platform in the class for the help of the teacher. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ರೈಸ್ಡ್, ಎತ್ತರಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಎಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ರೈಸ್ಡ್. ರೈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್, ರೈಸ್ಡ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್, ರೈಸ್ಡ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪಲ್. ರೈಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್, ರೈಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಅಪ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಡೂ? ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ರೋಸ್ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ಲಿ. ಸೈಲೆನ್ಸ್, ನಾಯ್ಸ್. Silent, noisy. Silence, noise. Silent, noisy. Silently, noisily. So silently and tiptoe to his bed in the passage. What did he do? Tiptoe meaning is given there. Walk quietly on the tips of his toe. Toe means ಕಾಲಿನ ಬೆರಳು. ಕಾಲಿನ ಬೆರಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ಕಾಲಿನ ಬೆರಳಿನ ತುದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಲ್ಲಗೆ ಎದ್ದು ತಂದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗದ ಹಾಗೆ ಅವನ ಪ್ಯಾಸೇಜ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೆಕ್ಕು ನಡೆದಾಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ ಅವ. tiptoed to his bed in the passage. So where is his bed? It is in the passage. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. So he reached, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ತಲುಪ್ತಾನೆ. Granny was sitting up in her bed. Granny was already there. Granny was waiting for Swami, sitting up in her bed. ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. And remarked, When she saw Swami, she said, she asked, boy, who is the boy? Swami is the boy. Are you already feeling sleepy? Are you already feeling sleepy? Granny told said, boy, are you already feeling sleepy? This is the question asked by Granny. Correct? So change the sentence into indirect speech. Now Granny, the answer is Granny. It is a question. What kind of question? Yes or no type question. So it takes the conjunction whether. So it is a question, so asked. If it is a question, use the word asked. Inquired, it's also correct. Granny asked whom? The boy. Asked the boy. Correct? Now join these two parts. It's a yes or no type question. So conjunction is whether. Whether. Are you becomes you are. Make the question a statement. So subject comes first. Next comes the verb. So you becomes the boy, he. Asked past tense, said past tense, it should be in past tense. Whether he was, takes was, he was already feeling sleepy. This is the answer. I think you understood. Boy, are you already feeling sleepy? Sleepy, adjective. Sleep, noun. Don't you want to hear a story? Don't you want to hear a story in indirect? It's a question. Yes or no type question. Yes, I want to hear a story. No, I don't want to hear a story. So it is a yes or no type question. So Granny asked the boy whether he did not want to hear a story. Indirect. Note Koli. Swami made. So what was the reaction of Swami? When she asked these questions, how did Swami react? Hege react ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ? Swami made wild, not cool, not mild, wild gesticulations. What is gesticulation? Is it given there? Yes, to make movements with hands and arms. Wild gesticulations. Threatening face, threatened Granny. How? Through gestures. What is gesture? Gesticulation means symbol, means signal. He made wild gesticulations. He made sign, through signal. He didn't ask, he didn't utter even a single word. ಒಂದು ಶಬ್ದ ಹೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಗೆಸ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಸಂಜ್ಞೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊ ಅಂತ. ವೈಲ್ಡ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನೌನ್ ಅದು. Why? To silence. Silence. To make her silent. Silence noun. Frame a sentence using the word silence as noun. Next, as verb. It's a homework for you. Do it. Okay? There is a complete silence in the room. Noun. The teachers made the student silent. Adjective. Silenced, they silenced them. Teachers silence the students. Verb by. Correct? Frame sentence. Okay? Then Swami made wild gesticulations to silence his granny. But what was the response? It's a conjunction. But is a conjunction. coordinating conjunction, joining two sentences which gives opposite meaning. So first sentence is opposite from the opposite to the second sentence. So that is joined with the help of a but. But that good lady, which lady? Demonstrative adjective. That lady. What kind of lady? That good lady. Lady is a noun. What kind of lady? Noun and describe matter. Adjective. Good adjective. Good lady saw nothing. ಏನು ಕಾಣಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವನ ಮುಖವೂ ಕಾಣಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವನ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಲು ಕಾಣಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಮಾತಾಡೋ ಕೂತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ. ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇನ್ನೋಸೆಂಟ್. ಶಿ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ನೇಚರ್ಸ್. ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇನ್ನೋಸೆಂಟ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಲೇಡಿ ಸಾ ನಥಿಂಗ್. So what did Swami do? He couldn't do anything. So Swami threw himself on his bed, slept on the bed and pulled. Opposite push. Pull, opposite push. Pulled the blanket over his face. So what did he do? Swami covered his face with the help of a blanket and slept quietly. Why? To escape from his father. Correct? So when Swami slept covering his face, Granny said, "Don't cover your face. Are you really very sleepy?" Swami leant over and whispered, "Please, please shut up, Granny. Don't talk to me, and don't let anyone call me even if the house is on fire. If I don't sleep at once, perhaps I shall die." He turned over and curled and snored under the blanket till he found his blanket pulled away. Granny said, in ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ Granny, "Don't cover your face." Granny said, "Don't cover your face." Into indirect. See, Granny the sentence within the inward comma is an imperative sentence. It's an advice. It's a suggestion. Correct? Imperative sentence. So said becomes advised if it is an advice. Suggested if it is a suggestion. Or if you don't know to determine, decide, then use asked. It is allowed. Correct? Advised. Swami. Not comes first. Not ಮೊದಲು ಬರ್ತದೆ. Not, then infinitive. Not to cover his face. Not to cover his face. Don't cover your face becomes not to cover his face. Asked Swami. Correct? Don't cover your face. You can use the word cover as a noun and cover as a verb. Noun, verb. I want a cover. Plastic cover. Noun. You cover the book. Bind. Correct? Yeah, if possible, do or write one more sentence for that. Don't cover your face. Are you really, real, unreal? Really very sleepy, sleepy adjective. Very adverb, very adverb. Are you really very sleepy? Whether he was really very sleepy, whether he was feeling very sleepy. ನಿನಗೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ತುಂಬ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರ್ತದಾ? Swami leant over, lean. Lean present, lent past participle, L-E-A-N-T. L-E-A-N-T. Lean, lent, lent. Lean means bend. Swami leant over and whispered. What is whisper? Whisper means to speak in a low voice. ಪಿಸು ಮಾತಾಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದು ಬರ್ತಾ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ? ಒನ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ. ವಿಸ್ಪರ್ ಮೀನ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಲೋ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿಸ್ಪರ್ಡ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಪಿಸು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಶಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಗ್ರಾನಿ, ಬಾಯ್ ಮುಚ್ಚು. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಶಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಗ್ರಾನಿ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಟು ಮೀ. He asked Granny not to talk to him, indirect. And don't let anyone, not to let. Let means leave. Let means leave. Not to leave anyone. Call him. Call me. When? Even if the house is on fire. ಮನೆಗೆ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಬಿದ್ದರೂ ಸಹ ಕರಿಬೇಡ ನನ್ನನ್ನು. ಬಾಯಿ ಮುಚ್ಚಿಕೂತು. Shut up, Granny. Even if the house is on fire, if I don't sleep at once, conditional clause. Correct? If I don't, it's there for your examination. If I don't sleep at once, that means I need immediate sleep. Perhaps I shall die. I shall indicates future, not I will. I shall die. I and we take shall to indicate future. I shall die. Definitely I will die. He turned over. Turn over means change the position. Turn over. Change the position. What did he do? Swami changed the position from one side to the other side. ಪಕ್ಕದಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಗ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮಲ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಫ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಬಾಡಿ ತಿರುಗಿದೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆಗೆ. ಟರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕರ್ಲ್. ಕರ್ಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಮುದುಡಿ ಮಲಗ್ತಾನೆ. You might have heard the word curly. Curly hair. ಗುಂಗುರು ಅಂತ. ಕರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬುಟ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಯಿ ಮಲಗಿದ ಹಾಗೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಕರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ನೋರ್ಡ್. ಸ್ನೋರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ನೋರ್? ಯಾ, ಟು ಬ್ರೀದ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ನಾಯ್ಸಿ ವೇ. ಮಲಗಿದಾಗ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಜಂಪ್ ಹತ್ತಿದಾಗ ಗೊರಕೆ ಹೊಡಿತದೆ. ಸ್ನೋರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಗೊರಕೆ. ಸೊ ಸ್ನೋರ್ಡ್. ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಕೆಟ್. ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಕೆಟ್ ಕವರ್, ಬೆಡ್ಶೀಟ್, ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಮಲಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಗೊರಕೆ ಹೊಡಿತಾನೆ, ಮುದುಡಿ ಮಲಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಟಿಲ್, ಎಲ್ಲಿಯವರೆಗೆ? ಹೌ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಹಿ ಕರ್ಲ್ ದೇರ್? ಹೌ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಹಿ ರಿಮೈನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಕೆಟ್? ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ? ಟಿಲ್, ಅಡ್ವರ್ಬ್. He found his blanket pulled away. Until he found his blanket pulled away. Who pulled the blanket? His father pulled the blanket. Correct? Yeah. Father came and pulled his blanket till he snored under the blanket. Presently, his father came and stood over him. Stand over. Remain motionless. Stand. Presently means at once. At once. Presently his father came and stood over him. What did he say? Swami, get up. He said. He looked like an apparition in the semi-darkness of the passage which was lit by a cone of light from the hall. Swami stirred and groaned as if in sleep. Father said, "Get up, Swami." Granny pleaded, "Why do you disturb him?" 8th paragraph, see. Presently, soon, or now, presently, now, soon, his father came. Come present, came past, come past participle. Father came and stood over him. He was standing by his side. Appa bandru, pulled his blanket away. He said, "Swami, get up." Who said? Father said. Who was it said to? It was said to Swami. Correct? Swami's father asked Swami to get up. Indirect speech. To get up. He said, Swami lightly opened his eyes, looked at his father. He looked like his father, looked like, appeared like an apparition. Apparition meaning is given there, ghost. Now who is the ghost here? Father is the ghost. He appeared like a ghost, an apparition. For whom? For Swami. In the semi-darkness of the passage, there is no full light. It was semi-darkness. So in the semi-darkness, Father appeared like a ghost for him. Why? Because he was afraid of ghosts and devils, which was lit by the semi-darkness, or light was lit by light, light present, light a lamp, lit a lamp, lit by a cone of light from the hall, light entering from the hall. Swami stirred. Swami stir. Stir means move, rouse. Swami stirred, moved, roused. Or change one position. Stirred and groaned. Groan means make a low sound in the throat when pressure applied. That is naralu. Groan means naralu. So groaned, hege, as if in sleep. So his position was compared to a sleeping position. Though he couldn't get a good sleep, he pretended as if in good sleep. He groaned and he pretended, stirred and groaned as if in sleep. ನಿದ್ದೆ, ಜೋರ್ ನಿದ್ದೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ಹಾಗೆ ನಟನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆವ. In sleep. Father said, but father was not going to leave him. Get up, Swami. Father said. Then Granny interfered. Granny is always with whom? Swami. Granny always supported Swami. Correct? So what did she say? Granny pleaded. Plead means request, ask. Granny asked her son, Swami's father, why do you disturb him? Into indirect. Granny told Swami's father, why do you disturb him? Why do you disturb him? So how to change it in direct speech? Granny, it's a double H question. The sentence within the inverted comma is a double H question. So the conjunction is the same double H word why. So Granny, it's a question, so asked. Granny asked Swami's father why he disturbed him. Correct? You can write. Why do you disturb him? Who said this? Granny said this. To whom was it said? It was said to Swami's father. When did the speaker say so? When Swami's father asked Swami to get up. Correct? Important question. Okay? I think you understood. Now take down some questions related to this, these paragraphs 6, 7 and 8. Number 1. Where did Swami go when his father was reading the newspaper? What was Granny doing there when Swami reached the place? Third question. Was Swami already feeling sleepy? Question mark. Next one. How did Swami's father look like? Now use a question tag, okay? Swami's father sat gloomily. Use a suitable question tag. Number 2. He looked like an apparition. Number 3. Number 4. Correct? Now extract A. Who said this? B. Who was it said to? When did the speaker say so? So these are the questions. So I think you can write it. These are all very easy. Read the textbook and answer. Okay? Sai Ram.